What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Two States One Mic podcast. I am joined by Mr. Carter Bushy and Mr. Logan Lightfoot. I don't know where he's at on his screen, but welcome back. This is the third episode, and guys, I think the best way to kick it off is Game 7 of the NBA Finals. What's y'all's thoughts?
I think that if Halliburton's healthy, it's a completely different game.
I agree.
Shoot me.
No, I agree.
Don't shoot me.
I completely agree with you. I mean,
you go.
you gotta give props to OKC. I mean, extremely young team, and they defied every expectation I had of them in the playoffs this season. I mean, it's just they're so incredible. They're all they're like what 4 out of top 5 players are on their rookie deal still. They're gonna be a very scary team for the next couple of years. It's gonna be a rough one for me as a Wolves fan.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard in the coming years to beat them coming out of the West. And as a Memphis fan, that terrifies me, but I don't think we have a chance anyway. So, but
Yeah, I'm a Wolves fan, so I ain't got to worry.
dude, Tyrese, man, there's got to be there needs to be a conversation about like the length of NBA seasons, because that is 3 stars in this playoffs alone that we've had tear their Achilles. Dame tore his in the first round, Tatum tore his in the second, and then Tyrese tore his in the finals. And you can make the argument, like, to play devil's advocate to that, I guess. They were playing injured. Like, they had both sprained their hamstring, right?
Calf.
Why'd I say hamstring? I'm fucking stupid.
Close.
They're-
It's close.
It's funny how everyone had the number 0 and tore their Achilles.
That is true. That is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, there might have to be a conversation had about that, because that's like 3 or 4 playoffs in a row now where we've seen big name stars go down, and it just ruins. I mean, I don't want to say ruins, because injuries are a part of the game, man. Like, I hate the term, Mickey Mouse ring or whatever people adopt it. I hate that shit. I really do. It's part of the game. But
It is, yeah.
But there does come a point where it's a little bit, you got to question it, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the best ability is availability, and that's a huge part of playoffs,
exactly.
being available and consistent. So I mean, you can't really knock OKC for having, because like nobody wants to play an injured team. They want to go. You want to see.
You want the
best
fair
of heck
match,
go at
dude.
it. You want the fair match, exactly.
Like,
I don't know if you saw.
I'll be the first to admit, like, sorry to cut you off. I got to get this thought out. I'll be the first to admit, when Tyrese went down, like, I still watched it, but I lost a little interest. Because part of the reason I watched it was because of this dark magic, or this black magic run that Tyrese is on.
Yeah.
So
No. He's just special, man. And after being voted the most underrated or most overrated player at the end of that regular season, he proved himself to be one of the most clutch playoff performers we've seen in probably the last, 5, 9, I want to say 10 years, at least 5 years.
And the last, since...
He's insane.
I mean, Kawhi has... Yeah, Kawhi most... Like, I think of Kawhi most recently. I think of KD in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And besides that, I mean, yeah, Kyrie in 2016, I guess. But he's really only known for that one shot. And don't get me wrong, that was a hell of a shot. But...
Oh, yeah.
But
that's when they came from 3-1, right?
Yes.
Came back from 3-1? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
but, I mean... I really think that it's one of the clutchest. I mean, it might be the clutchest, like, playoff performance we've ever seen, just to be honest with you. Like, it really might be.
It was a really good run for them. And I do want to play a little devil's advocate to what you said earlier about how shortening the season might help. I'm going to play a little devil's advocate. I think I saw a post saying that so many of these basketball stars have been starting from an early age, playing in AAU, playing 4 games a day. Maybe we need to look at where they're starting and like how much of that load management they've been getting from at an early age is now starting to affect as they get older, because their body's worn down. They've been playing for so long before they got into the NBA. Like, mostly, I mean, you have the rare occasion of Joel Embiid, who's like 19 and he gets discovered in like South Africa.
Oh, and he still can't stay healthy, so...
Yeah, exactly. He still has injury issues. I mean, he's 7-footer. It's very hard to see, or very rare to see a 7-footer like that can avoid injuries. I mean, we just saw Wembanyama. He went out with a blood clot. That's just so random, So it's just like, that's something to definitely look at for sure, instead of, Because I want to see more basketball. I love seeing 82 games of basketball.
I think maybe maybe not shortening the season would fix it, but extending the dates so the season lasts longer. Because by doing that, so say you run the season instead of into like mid-June at the latest, like we are now.
Yeah.
Maybe you push it into July.
Mm,
That way you can still play your 82 games, but you try to eliminate as many back-to-backs as possible, back-to-back playoff games. You try to eliminate that, and if you give those players an extra month, that's 30 days that can be played with. That's a lot of fucking time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think you could really make the argument for both sides. I do. But I don't know, dude. It's just, it sucks to see, man. Because like I said, I mean, as much like, because I am a Memphis fan, but when obviously in any sport, when my team's not in it, I'm just a fan of a good game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless it's the Colts, I want them to lose. But unless it's the Colts or the Phillies, fuck them. But
I think we have a pretty mutual interest to fuck the Packers.
Hey, there you go.
Go Pack, go. Go Pack, go.
Blow, Pack, blow.
Without doxing myself, I live with a really big Packers fan. So, but
I was thinking about this idea though, and I'm not saying this should happen, but so I think of the Knicks in this case. Like they just played their starters so many minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What if there was a cap on minutes for a player like each week? Like, and I'm not saying like 30 or like 28, but like what if Mikal Bridges played 3 games, 42 minutes back to back to back?
Yeah.
That's a problem. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is a problem. But that's also like telling your starting quarterback, hey, you can only play 80% of the game. Yeah.
I'm not saying that should happen, but I'm saying like
I'm just thinking of a guy like these like elite guys. Like imagine you're a coach telling Luka Doncic, you can't be in for this final shot because you're over your minutes limit. You know what Luka Doncic's gonna do? He's gonna laugh in your face, tell you to go fuck yourself, and then to go hit a fadeaway 3 to win that bitch.
Definitely in the playoffs, no. But it does make me wonder though. I think of the Knicks in this situation, like what if Jalen Brunson plays 3 games of 44 minutes? Give him a day off in the regular season,
Yeah. I mean, that's what teams used to do. Like, they'll play their players and then they'll rest them for a little bit. But the NBA is starting to battle that. Like, they implemented, you have to play 65 games to get an award. Yes. I agree. Like, it's like, we see these guys like Kawhi Leonard, these star players. Kawhi Leonard's out on the court. Seriously, he can do it all. Defense, shooting, driving in, playmaking. One of the most insane players to watch. But, I mean, he only plays like, 30, 40 games a season? We can't have that in the NBA. You can't have the star player doing load management. Now, he does deal with injuries. I completely understand that. But at the same time, there's definitely some points throughout his career where he's been healthy and he just hasn't. He's sat out.
I want to look and see. You guys,
everyone give me your Karl Anthony Towns impression.
Say what?
Everyone give me their best Karl Anthony Towns impression.
Wrath! And one!
Oh my God.
After all that...
and chat. Wait, and chat. After all that, I think he was talking about Gideon and that.
Something like that, yeah. Well, I'm a Wolves fan, right? So I got to listen to Karl Anthony Towns for basically almost 9 years. Was it 9 years? And then they traded him. So
Wrath.
Yeah.
And
Wrath.
one.
That's a foul.
And one.
Wait, that's a foul.
Oh my God!
He said it so loud that the mic didn't even register it.
I love Cat though. I have all the respect for Cat. He's star player for us. Wanted to be in Minnesota forever. That's not a lot. Not a lot of players want to be in Minnesota. So it's like
Kevin Garnett didn't. he got the fuck out.
That's not his fault. Glenn Taylor was one of the worst. And
they didn't help. They didn't help him at all.
Bad.
Who was the best guy that like KG ever had? Like Sam Cassell?
Probably the guy right behind me, Wally Zerbiak or Sam Cassell.
Latrell Sprewell was there for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he was.
But that was after he punched the Warriors coach and he had already kind of...
Yeah, he was like... they're like gonna give him a contract for $20 million, right? He's like, that's not enough to feed my family, and he just never got a contract again. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Actually,
all right.
I got a little something for both of y'all. Carter, you first. What is your top 3 Timberwolves in history?
top 10 Timberwolves in history.
Top three.
Oh, top 3. Okay, number 1, it has to be Kevin Garnett right now. It has to be. Number 2, it has Anthony Edwards. He's been on tear. He's only 23 years old. Just insane. Done so many crazy things.
He's only 19. Sorry.
Yeah. Number 3 is so hard. I want to say Cat, but Andrew Wiggins was really decent for us. But it's just like.
Can I interject here? Can we do top 3 from our favorite team? But then can we also do a top 3 not on our favorite team?
Ooh,
So do both. Do both.
Do that.
Do both.
Okay.
I mean, I would say maybe Stephon Marbury, I guess, is number 3. It's hard, dude. It's so hard to pick that number 3. I'm just going to put Cat because he's really done so many great things for this franchise before he left. So I'll put Cat at 3, but it's really hard. And then top 3 non-favorite basketball players wise, number 1's Dirk. Number 2 is
that's
Carmelo
so valid.
Anthony. Yeah, number 2 is Carmelo Anthony.
I love Dirk.
And then number 3. This is such a random poll, bro. But I loved watching Joe Johnson.
That's so valid. ISO Joe, baby.
God,
ISO Joe. See, I could go the route with the. Okay, well, I get my Grizzlies out of the way first. My Grizzlies are really, really, really easy. Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, Zach Randolph.
Mm-hmm.
That's super easy.
That's a valid list.
More historically, like I like Mike Miller, but obviously I didn't get to really watch him when he was on Memphis in his early days. Same with like Sharif Abdur-Rahim, like he was really good for us, but I never really got to watch him. But non-favorite, okay, my favorite athlete of all time, like in any sport, is Kobe. Yeah, I love Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's my favorite athlete ever. But now I'm trying to think of guys that like aren't like all-time greats. They were just bucket getters, man. And one of those guys that I really fucking loved in the 2000s was none other than Andre Karolinka.
Oh, AK-47.
I love some fucking Andre Karolinko highlights. And then next, my next one that's gonna might throw you guys off, but he might be I don't know, but I'm more of a fan of him in his younger days. I'll say this.
Okay.
J.R. Smith.
Oh, bro. He had some electric dunks, man. But yeah, J.R. Smith has just some absolutely electric dunks in his younger years, bro. And like, doesn't he play golf now?
Dude, he's a pro golfer.
Yeah,
and he's like good as fuck. Where I live about without saying the direct city I live in. I live about 2 hours from a place called what the fuck? Now I can't even think of what it's called. It's in White Silver Springs, Virginia, the Greenbrier. And they have a really nice. I know Tyler knows what I'm talking about. They have a really nice golf course out there, and like guys come to play all the time. And J.R. Smith goes out there all the time with like Steph Curry, and like it's pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, awesome.
I'd love to go out there and watch them sometime.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be sick. Tyler, before you jump into your top 3, it could be for any sports because I know you're not the biggest basketball guy. You could do basketball like we did. I want to say something first. So I do all the social media videos for YouTube, for the YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever.
Go check us out. Link below.
Oh yeah. And I was making a clip, and in the clip I'm talking about how I threw up at that party I went to in Bunnies, and I said a line, and I'm like, oh my, I think I'm an absolute loser. I said I rarely go, like I only drink when I go to parties, and I didn't say that because I'm an absolute loser and I don't get invited to parties. I just don't like parties. I get invited to parties. I just yeah. I don't want you guys to think I'm
clarifying.
Basement, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not a loser.
What comment got you to say that?
Oh no comment. I was just thinking about it to myself. People were just gonna assume, oh, this guy's a loser.
This dude's been waiting to say this for a week now.
In his dirty basement, talking about how he really gets invited to parties. Now, if you don't get invited to parties, that's totally fine. You're not an actual
now
loser.
He's backtracking.
I'm just saying that I do get invited to parties. I just don't like going.
Oh,
Tyler,
All right, so I am going to do basketball. I was really big into basketball probably up until, what would you say, Logan, 2018, 2019?
Around the same time I was.
At the same time. So I'm gonna do mine a little bit different. I'm gonna name my three greatest Bulls players ever. One and two's there's no debate. And
I
then
already
I'm gonna
know,
do
yeah.
my favorite three that I've watched.
I think I know who your 1 and 2 is. And I know who one of your random guys are, too.
So for the top three Bulls of all time, I mean MJ's one, Scotty's two, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have Derrick Rose three.
Okay.
Derrick Rose. My favorite that I watched, Derrick Rose is one.
Yeah.
Absolute insane player. I wish he never would have got hurt. Number two, I'm gonna go Luol Deng.
That's so
He
valid.
was- Luol Deng, man, he was a stud. And number three, Joakim Noah.
I knew you were
The
going to say
hustle.
Joakim.
Hey,
His
okay.
hustle, man, unreal. Now, my three favorite that I've watched, like outside of the Bulls, one is Chris Paul.
I
I
knew
love
that.
Chris Paul. Two, Ray Allen.
I knew that, too.
Ray Allen.
There you
And
go.
three, ooh,
See, I knew the Ray Allen one because the first time I went to your house, you had the fat head of Ray Allen up in your. Yep.
I love Ray Allen, man. God, I love Ray Allen. And three, I really want to. Okay, I'm not going to put him, but I want to give a shout out to Ben Wallace.
That's valid.
I love Ben Wallace.
Hey.
Oh man, number three. I'm gonna go. I'm not just gonna say like Kobe or. Yeah, I'm gonna try to like pull out a little wild card here. I'm gonna go DeMar DeRozan.
Dude, I love watching DeMar DeRozan's game. He's
He would have been so amazing in the 80s.
Bro, he would have been so good.
Hall of Famer.
We can go back to basketball, but I do have an interesting question for you guys, kind of what's been going on with the world a little bit. And no, we're not talking politics. Nobody get political. Not you guys, but yeah. This is not politics based. In World War III, if we go against whoever we go against, name three people that you would trust leading the front lines from the United States.
God. Is it real people or can they be fictional? Can we
Nah,
have
real
fictional?
people. My number
Okay.
one's prime Mike Tyson.
Well, you can't have prime Mike Tyson. You have to have current Mike Tyson.
I have to have current Mike Tyson.
Yeah, you just said no, like fictional. You
Well,
can't
but
do
okay,
past.
but he's real. He's not fictional.
But he's not in his prime.
Okay, fine. My number one's Tyson Fury. There we go.
Okay, there you go. Fine. There you go. Okay.
But hold on. But I gotta let me hear yours.
Well, number one, right off the top of my bat, I'm thinking the Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh
So,
yeah,
come on.
Arnold what?
Schwarzenegger.
Anyway,
Is that right? I said that right. I said that right. Hey,
don't cancel us.
hey.
Don't cancel us. It's a name. Don't cancel us.
I have a black stepbrother. It's okay. It's just a name. It's just a name. Number two is probably I'm just thinking of bulky, beefy men I'd be terrified to line up against. So like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, comes to mind. So I'm just thinking of WWE wrestlers. to be
Dude, that's what I was
honest.
like.
John Cena, he's got the salute already.
Bro, they
Like,
couldn't even
that's the
see him, though.
perfect- You can't even see him. Exactly. Can't even see him. Come on.
That might be the funniest. Like that might be the funniest meme. That's like still like in like it's been around for so long and it's still fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Dude, listen, I'm almost 21 years old. I love wrestling. I'm not gonna lie. I freaking love the WWE. So
It's
I'm
John
gonna go-
Cena's a legend.
I want. Well, no, I can't. I guess I can't say Tyson Fury because he's from Ireland, isn't he? He's either Irish or British. I can't remember which one. So
He's
Well, Arnold
Irish.
from wherever Arnold is, but I mean,
No, he is British. He is British.
I want. Okay, if I can't go. All right, then I won't say Fury. I want Shaq. I want Shaq.
Okay.
I want Chuck Norris.
ooh, that's a great pick.
I want Shaq. I want Chuck
man.
Norris, and I want John Jones. Shaq, Chuck Norris, and John Jones.
All right, listen, my
Oh,
list is going to be balls.
I got one more to add. Add Eddie Hall to my.
Oh, yes.
Add that British motherfucker to my list right now, please. Sorry, go ahead, Tyler.
Okay, so my team's going to be called Delta 8, right?
Oh, he's naming it.
We're marching through the league commander, Warren Baldwin. No doubt about it. Warren Baldwin. Bro, ain't nobody gonna fuck with Warren Baldwin.
Bro, he's just telling me, like, bro, like,
Bro,
stop.
his secret weapon is he takes out his hair tie and it's actually like a shuriken. He just ninja star.
His head, like, there's a built-in AK in his head, and it's just like,
Plus, he's a pharmacist. He's gonna have all the medical supplies we need, all the drugs.
Yeah.
You know, you're fine. You're fine.
He's gonna be like Scarecrow off the Batman. He's gonna have like some like toxic gas that he's just gonna obliterate him with.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2, I'm going Brock Lesnar.
that's valid.
Ooh.
Brock Lesnar is a freaking mammoth. He is an animal of our species. He's not human. And number 3, I'm going Anthony Dunn. Gordon, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Nah.
So
let me add one more. I'm gonna add us some special forces. This is like our backup, right? And it's just one person, and it's all we need.
Okay.
Not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's daughter. Have you seen what she looks like?
Have you seen what Brock Lesnar's? Yeah.
Is it
Brock
worse?
Lesnar's daughter, bro.
yeah, she actually looks like Brock.
Oh no.
With the
I'll put a picture up on somewhere on the screen. You guys can see.
Hey, amazing shot putter though. She does well, amazing at Colorado State. So awesome. Also, Brock Lesnar, just a legend, dude.
See,
Minnesota legend.
we could also pick. We could go like a more funny route here, right? Angel Reese.
I have a special for you. Tom Brady. Throwing the missiles, baby.
Dude, he ain't missing. He is not missing.
No, he's not missing.
You don't want Gronk. Gronk would fuck it up somehow.
Give me Curry and Caitlin Clark because they're pure shooters, bro. Pure shooters. But no, I have a sleeper one. I don't even know if y'all know who this is. But give me Olympic snowboarder and skateboarder Shaun White.
I know who Shaun White is. Okay.
Imagine he's coming down on a snowboard. He just jumps off, gets his freaking parachute and just glides right in, gets his skateboard out and starts just riding around the enemy base.
What about Brittany Griner? She's been in Russia before. She's gonna want her revenge. She's like 6'8". Brittany Griner. Come on.
6'9". Oh my god, I didn't even know women could
and she could beat DeMarcus Cousins in a 1v1. Or at least she claims. She claims.
So I'm gonna have 2 like beasts in a cage. Like I kind of just like unlock them whenever they need to be unlocked. I'm going Meta World Peace.
Dude.
Oh, there you go.
Meta World Peace.
Yeah.
And my second one, Tanner Witten, bro.
This dude's just naming people from our group.
Just naming people you know.
Oh man, I thought that would be a funny little tidbit. But yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna change everything and pick Brittany Griner.
There you go. That's your number 1 pick?
She wants her get back, bro.
Is there any way I can dig up like dead people?
Sure, why not?
Chris Kyle, you're on the front line.
Chris motherfucking Kyle.
Well, if we're digging up dead people, I might as well just pick like fictional character. I'm going Rambo. Come on. Rambo.
If we're okay, yeah, if we can go like dead people, like I want Andre the Giant, I want the Great Khalil.
I know Rambo ain't dead, but like I'm just going fictional here.
Just say Sylvester Stallone.
Bro, I want George Washington, best commander of the U.S. Army. I mean, come on, first president, George Washington, Chris Kyle, front lines. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think George Washington ever had to face a nuke. But what do I know? Or
Actual,
he had a Mickey Mouse ring. Mickey Mouse win. Mickey Mouse win.
Mickey Mouse win.
Hey, listen.
That's what the British say, bro.
Fraudulent.
Can't say this. Just go to that. Back in 1776, George Washington absolutely dunked his balls down the British's throat.
Mickey Mouse ring. Mickey Mouse ring. I'm just saying. Mickey Mouse championship. He got bailed out. He got bailed out by the French, bro. Mickey Mouse.
All great legends will adjust to the era that they're in. That's how great they are. George Washington will adjust.
Oh man. Well, speaking of wars, what I was gonna say is, speaking of wars, all jokes aside, it seems like this little Middle East war is over, which is good, and that's all we're gonna say about it. So y'all want to go back to the NBA, or what we feeling?
I think Tyler, did you want to mention something at all?
I know Logan wanted to talk about
If you guys, okay, yeah, if you guys keep up with the with college baseball at all, I'm a pretty big baseball fan. LSU won the College World Series. They swept Coastal Carolina, which I kind of expected. I'm a West Virginia fan. We played LSU in the first round, and it just got really bad. In the first round of the College World Series, that is. So yeah, we got shit on. We did go though, which is pretty cool. They've got a pitcher. I can't think of his last name, but he's probably going to be the number 1 pick in the MLB draft. So I guess the White Sox will probably be getting a fucking dog. I don't know if the White Sox have the number 1 pick. I think they do.
What position does the guy play?
He's pitcher.
Pitcher? Okay.
Yeah, and he's a dog. So yeah. But Coastal Carolina's coach in the bottom of the first inning got thrown out.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was a bad call. Like, but I also think that umpire's kind of tripping for throwing out a head coach, like, in the fucking. That's kind of crazy to me. I'm
Especially
sorry.
a game as important as that. Has John Boy come out with a breakdown of that yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure he will.
Yeah, that's like my main source of baseball.
Yeah, I like John Boy.
Him and foolish baseball.
I like
Really.
There's a YouTuber that I watch. I think it actually is Foolish Baseball, so I'm thinking of that.
Okay, yeah.
Or there, and then there's another one that is like that, like, and that's just baseball or something. But anyway, they post like these deep dives and stuff into stuff, and it's pretty good. So yeah, I highly recommend that.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I also watch Baseball Doesn't Exist.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Is that that's who
because he also has a podcast that he uploads daily, and it's called Podcast Doesn't Exist.
Doesn't Exist.
Yes,
yeah,
that's who I'm thinking
very
of.
aware of that. That's who like I get my baseball information. I'm just not a big baseball, so that's just like kind of where I get all my information around. So
how about them Cubbies?
The Cubs are actually kind of struggling right now.
They'll pick it up.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
yeah.
I mean, I expected the Cubs to cool off at some point, but honestly, the Cubs are pretty comfortably running away with that division.
Oh yeah.
Where's that division?
Last time I checked, I think we were like 6 games ahead.
That division's pretty weak, honestly. Now the Cardinals are pretty good. They are.
Yeah.
I think they're a few games above 500, which has kind of surprised some people. But they're playing good. The Braves are probably not going to make the playoffs. We're fucking shitty.
Yeah, it's okay.
We have a 3-game lead of first. Brewers are second, 8 games above 500. Cardinals are third, 6 games above 500, and the Reds are 2 games above 500.
The Reds are going to have a lot of trouble keeping Ellie De La Cruz. Because they're gonna have to give him a lot of fucking money, and I just don't see. If there's any baseball fans listening that care, I don't know. Ellie De La Cruz is gonna be demanding a fuck ton of money, and
At all.
They what?
They can't hit the ball. They dude, I couldn't tell you how many times like I'm not. Logan's a much bigger baseball guy than me, but I do keep up with the Cubs. They was playing the Pirates one series, and I think they got swept, and the scores were like 1-0, 2-0. They can't fucking hit at all.
That's how the Braves are this year. We can't hit the fucking ball. I think there's only 2 guys in our lineup that has an OPS over like 750, and one of those guys is Acuna, who came back about 3 weeks ago and has just been absolutely fucking tearing it up, and then I think Austin Riley might be close, but Matt Olson's hitting the ball, but it's been a joke, man. It really has. We're supposed to have this fucking generational offense, and it's just been a shit show.
I have a question for you, Logan.
Okay.
I'm looking at a map of the MLB teams. What made you become a Braves fan? Because I'm just looking around. You have so many other.
There's no professional team in Tennessee.
Okay, so
And-
you're okay. It makes sense because you're
because I'm a Tennessee fan and everything else. Like I'm a Memphis fan, I'm a Titans
Yeah.
fan. I've said for years I'm a closeted Vols fan. Tyler can vouch for that. And then and my entire family's Braves fans. So I was just kind of like, fuck it. Like there's no part of the reason I didn't get into baseball until later in my life was because I really I was waiting for there to be a professional team in Tennessee. Because it's been rumored for years that like either that Nashville was going to get a team, and they just never did. And my family's really big Braves fans, so I was just like, you know what, I'll join the fun.
Hey,
Since we're on the topic of baseball, Logan, what was your thoughts on Shohei's return of pitching?
The first outing was definitely rough, and I mean, and ESPN's going to suck his dick, but I mean, last night he pitched, and which he's only went one inning both times, but last night he pitched and he had 2 strikeouts. I mean, Shohei will be fine. I mean, I do think that a player like Shohei, there's going to have to come a point where you're going to have to decide, hey, is he a pitcher or is he a hitter? I don't think he's going to be able to keep both up.
I agree.
Because he's elite at both, but I think what you value more, honestly, is that bat.
Yeah.
So I think you throw Shohei. I think at some point either Shohei just becomes a permanent DH, or you throw him in left field.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just don't
like Shohei.
I just don't see a world. Yeah, I like Shohei. But I just don't see a world where he can continue doing both. Now I could be wrong, and honestly, for the sake of entertainment, I kind of hope he does, because it's very fucking entertaining to watch.
Logan is a very closeted Dodgers fan.
Big
just
time.
so everyone knows.
I love the fucking Dodgers so much.
Boo.
But
and the Phillies.
You know, I will say though, I actually didn't have that big of a problem with the Dodgers winning the ring this year because it gave Freddie another ring and he won World Series MVP, and I will forever love Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman's probably my favorite Brave ever. So
there you go.
Can you guess what my favorite Cub is ever?
Sammy Sosa.
No, it's recent. He was on the 2016 team.
Kyle Tucker? Not Kyle Tucker. Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo. Pitcher or position player?
Position player.
I don't.
Javier Baez.
Javi Baez, yeah. Javi Baez has had a nice little bounce back season in Detroit.
He has. Well, I think the last time I checked, he was batting like 260, which he's never been at 300.
What's crazy though is at one point he was over. He was like 280 at one point. I guess he's not now. But I haven't really looked. But I mean, the Tigers are really fucking good. They're
too.
The Tigers are running away with their side. I mean, they're gonna get the 1 seed pretty comfortably. I would say, unless somebody else gets hot. But
did Rizzo sign anywhere?
I want to say Rizzo is still with the Yankees. He's just not.
Well, last time I checked, he was still a free agent.
He might be, but yeah. So for those curious, Javi, up to this point, is batting 290.
Yeah, he's a free agent. Rizzo's a free agent.
Rizzo had some weird stuff happen to him towards the end of his New York tenure, and he just.
Yeah, man, I love Rizzo.
But I mean, Paul Goldschmidt. I mean, they bring in Paul Goldschmidt, which I mean, obviously a legend in his own right of the 2010s. Goldschmidt's been pretty solid for the Yankees. That's been a fun little addition to see Goldschmidt still playing pretty good. I mean, the Yankees are good; they're just as good as they were last year, if not better.
Rafael Devers trade from Boston. What do you think about that?
I don't know, man.
I thought it was horrible. Especially if the Red Sox have picked it up again lately and they just trade him. I don't really understand.
Well, I mean, there was a disagreement, like some sort of massive disagreement between him and the organization. I think it was contract-wise, but they were trying to get him to play first base.
I think it was position-wise.
They were, but he went to San Fran and said he'll play whatever position. So I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, it kind of normally I'm pretty pro organization in situations like that. I really am. But even David Ortiz came out and said that like the Red Sox kind of royally fucked him, which which is kind of unfair for David Ortiz to say, considering the fact that he DH'd almost his whole career because he was too fucking fat to play in the field.
Yeah.
So that's kind of which David Ortiz, fucking legend, Big Papi. I mean, everyone loves Big Papi, but I mean, you know, it's just it feels kind of wild for David Ortiz to say that, but I don't know. You know, the Giants have been kind of a surprise team this year. They've been pretty fucking good. Didn't you go to a Giants game recently, Carter?
Yeah, not recently, back in like 2015. So that's like I'm a Twins fan, but I have a little soft spot in my heart for the Giants.
I would love to go to Oracle Park.
That's where I got the ball from Curtis Granderson.
Okay.
The Mets, Hall of Famer.
I would love to go to Oracle Park. I want to just go to like MLB ballparks and just because the only one that I've been to is Truist in Atlanta, and Truist was fucking awesome, great experience. But like I want to go to some of these that are like also like local to me. Like I'd love to go up to Pittsburgh. I'd love to go to Cincinnati. I'd love to go. I would. I'd like to go to Yankee Stadium. Why not?
I want to go to fucking Wrigley. And it's not because I'm a Cubs fan. Wrigley's
There's so much history at Wrigley too. I want to go to the Field of Dreams game.
Yeah.
That would be so cool to go to.
That'd be cool.
If you guys have never seen Field of Dreams, then you just lame.
No, classic.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the Devers. I don't know. I would just need to know more about the situation. I mean, but I don't know. It was probably over money, if I had to guess. It seems like that's what most of it's over. Because, like, I find it weird that, like, they were trying to get him to play first base. And then, which I don't think he's much of a first baseman anyway. He's barely a third baseman. Or second baseman, whatever they were playing him at. I think they were playing him at third because of Christian Campbell, which you guys probably don't know who that is. But Christian Campbell was their rookie. He started off the season really hot, but I think recently they just sent him back down because he went into a really bad cold slump. So I think Devers might have been playing third, or maybe he was DHing, but either way, he's not much of a fielder anyway.
From what I've heard,
my issue with it though is like, the Red Sox started off slow this year, and there's been trade talks all year, but then they trade him as soon as they start picking it up. It was just weird timing for me. I don't really understand it.
From what I've heard, from the podcast I listened to, they put him at first base. Then there was an injury out in the outfield, and they were talking about putting him into outfield, and that's when he went out and said that the management should start trying to move me around. And then there was another injury at third base, and that's he played third base his entire career, I believe, until this first base, and they wouldn't move him to third base, so they instead signed somebody.
See, that's kind of fair though, because like you can't constantly move player. Like baseball is a hard fucking sport to learn, man. Baseball might be the hardest sport to like it really might be. And
on your craft.
Yeah, and so like and in my opinion it's the hardest sport to go professional in, because in baseball, I mean, unless you count the minors as professional, but in baseball, like before you actually get called up to the show, the baseball, there's so many leagues below it. You got AAA, AA, single A, rookie leagues, collegiate leagues, like there's so many. So it's so hard to actually get that call up to the show. So for you to perfect your craft, say you're a first baseman, for you to perfect your craft at first base, then you get called up to the Braves, and they have Matt Olson, and so you tell this guy, this 21-year-old who's worked his whole fucking life off at first base, you're now a third baseman, you're now a left fielder. What the fuck? If you're going to experiment with that, do it when they're younger and they're in the farm still. Don't do it when they get called up to the pros. That was one of the problems that the Braves had with Vaughn Grissom, and Vaughn Grissom ended up on the Red Sox. I don't know if he's still there now. Maybe he's still in their farm system. He was in the Chris Sale trade, if you guys don't know. He was like the main piece in that Chris Sale trade.
Okay.
Grissom had an awesome bat, but they kept fucking putting him in, they tried him in left field, they tried him at shortstop, they tried him at third. Stop.
Yeah.
God, left field and shortstop. Jesus.
Yeah, stop.
Yeah. He's not a Travis Hunter. He's not these rare,
Stop.
He's
not like a fucking, he's not a tool guy like an Isaiah Kinnear-Finelia or whatever his name is. I'm sure you guys probably know who I'm talking about. He was a Yankees guy. He's still in the league, but he's not a tool guy. Like if you don't like him in the field that much, DH him. There's a reason that DH has become such a big universal rule in baseball for shit like that. Fucking DH him. I mean, because most teams don't have a steady DH. Like, not every team has a Shohei or even like Braves, not Marcell Ozuna, or like not every team has that.
Yeah,
Ozuna from the Braves.
I'm Ozuna from the Braves. But I don't know that like. I'm honestly almost pro Devers with that. I really am. But I just find it weird that like he would get traded to San Fran and then he was like, I'll play whatever. That's kind of weird. But that's honestly probably just him being petty. I mean, it really might be. But that is like, I really don't like players getting moved around positions like that. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Like it's different. Okay, it's completely different if you moved in like a right fielder to left field. Like, but depending on what hand they are, because sometimes that makes it hard to throw. But like outfield's a little bit different. I think center field's maybe like, because in center field you want a fast guy. Like in center field you don't want Manny fucking Ramirez, or I mean Jared Kelenic, or you don't want someone like that. But
play a Suzuki.
Yeah, you don't want someone like that in center field. In center field, you want your best glove, which is why, you see guys like PCA, who's enjoying a fucking awesome season. Michael Harris, the only fucking reason that he's still in the pros is because of his glove, because it damn sure ain't because of his bat. Yeah. Corbin Carroll, which I don't know where Corbin's playing. I think Corbin might be playing center. He was playing right, but Corbin might be playing center. Byron Buxton, that's a great one. So, it's just I'm just not a fan of guys getting moved around like that. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Because it really fucks with everything. Because what it does is it fucks with your confidence, and then your confidence fucks with your bat. If you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to hit the fucking ball.
No.
So dude. I mean, especially there when guys are throwing 100 miles per hour every fucking night.
Hitting the baseball is already the hardest thing in any sport to do.
Exactly.
Take away.
So I mean, that reminds me, dude. I got in this argument with my friends about, Derek Carr's older brother, David Carr, right? The Texans QB got, first
QB of all time.
Yeah, I got in an argument with about why he was a bust, and I said that
because the organization failed him.
Yeah, he got sacked so many times that he lost his confidence. And they tried telling me that a QB could never lose their confidence because they've already made it to the NFL. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
But
yeah, and I'm like, it's a 1v2 here. And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking? Like, he's still, if you're getting sacked, how many times you get sacked? Like 40, 50 season? It's insane. If you get sacked that many times and you're having a terrible season, you're going to lose confidence in not only your team, the staff, the franchise. And they tried telling me, no, that's not why he's a bust. He was a bust because he was playing up. Couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything because he got sacked so many times. He had nobody.
There is a way he probably did just straight up suck, but we have no idea.
We would never know.
Exactly.
Because he never got a fair chance.
Yeah. And just so many people fail to realize that these top professional athletes that are playing in NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB.
They're humans too.
They're still humans.
They're humans too.
They're still like me and you. They just happen to be so expertly gifted at this sort of craft that they've retained for life and just dive their whole soul into. They're still humans like us. They still have issues. Like Ben Simmons is another great example. One of the, this great player, great rookie player. Rookie of the year, had some
missed
really
one layup
seasons.
And it ruined his career.
Yeah, missed one layup. People say he couldn't shoot the 3-ball at all. Struggled with him. He tried shooting the out. He's just not a 3-point shooter. You see Shaq, people complain about Shaq. Why does he take? Played at a different time, obviously, but come on, he's dominant in these different areas. Gives a shit. Yeah, I'm not trying to go on a tangent. I'm already fired.
No, but you're right. You're not wrong. I mean, it's completely different from a guy, you want to look back on, a guy like Jamarcus Russell. He was just lazy. That was his fault.
Exactly.
Now, was he in the best of situations? No. But he was lazy.
Yeah, very lazy. You can tell. I mean, he showed up to training camp, 40 pounds overweight?
Well, and there's that story of the film. Remember, I can't remember how it goes, but he they told him to go home and watch film, and he comes back, and they're like, okay, what'd you watch? And he completely lied.
Yeah, and there was actually nothing
Yeah,
on
there
it.
was like nothing on it or something.
Blank.
Yeah, it was a
DVD.
blank tape.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to add something, though, to what Carter was saying, too, about the confidence thing. If anything, your confidence is kind of at a low because it's like, well, what happens when my rookie contract's up? Am I
Right.
going to get my contract? Am I going to get 20,
What-
30, 40,
or-
even sometimes $50 million?
Or let me paint you another picture. And Tyler, I know you understand this one. Justin Fields. How the fuck do you think he feels when they fucking draft another quarterback? And he's
Yeah.
How do you think he feels?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Terrible.
Like,
Sure.
come on, bro. Or even I'd even go as far as to say is like Zach Wilson. Like, yes, they didn't draft another quarterback, but you still sign Aaron Rodgers. How do you think that makes Zach Wilson feel?
Exactly.
A guy who was already
like-
in a horrible situation, by the way.
They have the best job in the world, but they can be replaced so easily. If they don't show a couple people what they like to see, you're replaced. Boom, millions of
Or-
dollars. Sam Darnold last year. Sam Darnold probably would have made, just based off the regular season, $45-50 million. He struggled in 2 very crucial games. He probably just lost $15 million.
But you
It's just the
can
way-
even take that as far back into the 2000s with the Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers situation. How the fuck do you think Brett Favre felt when they drafted Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I mean, and the same thing with Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm pissed.
I'm
too.
pissed.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers, but I'd
yeah.
be pissed, especially if I'm a playoff team.
MVP.
You give me receivers to help me, but you want to draft a quarterback.
Didn't Aaron Rodgers come out that next year and win MVP?
Yes.
Pretty sure he
That's
did win
that.
MVP.
Okay, is I know, and I'm not a fan of an NFC North team, but I don't really like Aaron Rodgers either. That's some badass shit. They draft his replacement, and then he comes out and wins the MVP. That's kind of baller.
Yeah.
It's like down that recent year, but it wasn't a bad year. Don't get me wrong. It was just
It was still a very efficient season.
yeah. I mean, he wasn't bad. I'm not saying that, but he didn't elevate the Packers either.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And it goes to show that many different people are going to have different reactions to how it's perceived to them, you know? So it's like Aaron Rodgers got a fire lit under his ass and won MVP, you know? So
yeah. So the year before they drafted Love, he had 4,002 yards, 26 touchdowns to 4 picks. That's a very good year.
Very good year.
Not
Not an
It's
Aaron
not good,
Rodgers
it's
type
bad.
year, but it's still a very good year.
listen to this next year. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, but 4,300 yards, 48 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, that's a big fuck you, is all that is.
Yeah.
That's which and for reference too, I could see why maybe the Packers thought of it because I'm more than just a stats guy. But he obviously declined from 16 to 19 because in 17 he got hurt, in 18 he had less than 30 tuds, 19 less than 30 tuds,
Tuds.
and for Aaron Rodgers, that's kind of a whoa. But
Tuds.
everything's so stat based sometimes too
Tuds.
because it's fuck you.
Tuds.
Tugs.
This dude just said
Tud.
tuds. That's like saying rebs.
No, Rabs is fucking worse than that.
Tuds. We just say TDs, bro. Tuds.
Tuds.
Have y'all seen the clip? It was when Alabama and Texas played 2 years ago, and McAfee was on the sideline commentating, and there was a ball thrown. Pat McAfee's wasted. I mean, fucking wasted. And there's however many million people watching, and Pat McAfee, the camera just goes to him. He goes, "Should have been a tud," and then everyone starts fucking laughing. Should have been a tud.
He's so funny, dude.
Um,
He's so funny, man.
But yeah, like I was saying, I watch WWE. I know y'all two really don't, but Pat McAfee can commentate wrestling.
dude, he's so
I mean,
funny.
He just adds another layer on top of anything he does. He draws you in more because he's so fucking funny over everything he does. Like there's this wrestler I know y'all probably don't know. His name's Jey Uso. He does like this little like yeet thing. It's kind of like whatever. He gets on the announce table in the middle of the entrance. Gets on the announce table. Fucking like while he's working. I'm like, what the fuck? This is the coolest shit because you don't see this in professional wrestling. Usually the commentators just sit behind the desk, call the match, just add their 2 cents. Not Pat. Not Pat at all. Pat will get in the ring and freaking wrestle too.
Yeah.
He's just he's an act of all trades, as I would.
Before we go into the into what Logan's segment was, I think it's the Phillies announcers.
Oh God,
they're so funny. I watched a video. John Crook is like, I like the name Malachi. Hey, when we have a kid together, let's name Malachi. And the guy just wheezes so hard. So what a funny clip.
Another funny one is the Reds announcer when he said he said the no word, and they were playing the Phillies, and he was like, I like to think and pride myself as a man of faith, as there's a drive into deep left field by Castellanos.
Oh, so many people were betting on Castellanos hitting a home run when the Pope died. So many people were betting.
Does anyone know if he hit a home run when we bombed Iran? Did he? Did he hit a bomb?
Can we check? Somebody check!
I'm checking. Y'all talk. Y'all talk. I'm checking.
Tyler, check your DMs real quick. I sent you something. But no, if he did, that would be seriously funny. That would be so hilarious if he did.
DMs on what?
Discord.
He did.
He did.
He did.
Oh, that's the worst timing. That's the worst timing.
He damn sure did.
Oh my God.
That's fucking awesome. That's so awesome. But if you guys are ready, unless there's something more to add.
I do want to add a little something.
All right.
So I put out a short. Was it yesterday or the day before? Something like that. So if you haven't seen it, go on the TikTok.
I came in last in our fantasy basketball league, and I got to eat spicy shit.
Yeah, he's going to eat it anyways, but we haven't told Logan this yet. He's going to find out now.
What?
So if we was going to get 25 likes, which we're probably not going to do, but maybe we do it anyways, we was all going to eat it with you. Me and Carter.
Wow.
All three of us, you was going to pull it out and eat it, and me and Carter was just...
So I guess the plan is for that. I'll go ahead and say it now. I am going to Tyler's at the end of July, and I'm going to try to get a little setup going for us to be able to sit on his couch and do where we're just in one cam, if that makes sense. So I'll be able to do that. I'll have no problem. So I guess maybe we'll do that Friday, that 25th, when you get off, Tyler. Or maybe that Saturday night we'll do a little live show. That'll be Two States One Mic Live. That'll probably be our first live episode. So definitely check that out. But somewhere in that live stream, I will be eating hot stuff. Me and Tyler will go get it earlier that day, and it will be ready.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm really hot shit too.
Fuck both of you.
Harder.
Fuck both of you. Pull up your stats for Spotify. Let's transition into what y'all been listening to.
Oh,
who do I want to go first?
I think I usually go first, so let somebody else
go first, Tyler.
Okay. One hasn't changed. It has not changed. The rock song. Picos in the Rooftops.
So valid.
Number two, we have a new entrance here, which it's been in the top 5, but it's now made its way up to number 2. Apologies by 3 Days Grace.
Oh, so good.
Absolute banger. Number 3, y'all might not like this. I will say, though, there's one in my top 5 that's a little bit of a throwback. Y'all are going to like it. But number 3 is Handling You by Parker McCollum. Great song. Fuck y'all. Number 4 is Missing Piece, Picos in the Rooftops. Okay. Which, for anybody that does watch and does care, it's going to be mine and my fiance's first dance together as a married couple. And number 5,
come in and start singing dreams. Dude, You Somebody's such a banger. You know that I could use somebody. Such a fucking banger.
All right, now for my artist. Last 4 weeks. Number 1, Picos in the Rooftops. Shocker, right? Shocker. Number 2, Luke Combs. Love me some Luke Combs. Number 3 is Seether. Can't go wrong with Seether. Number 4 is 3 Days Grace. And 5, Linkin Park.
Hey,
I fuck with it.
Not bad.
What you listening to, Carter?
So number 5 is for my top songs, top tracks. If I'm James Dean You're Audrey Hepburn by Sleeping with Sirens. Number 4 is San Francisco by Alkaline Trio. Oh yeah, I love it. Love it. Number 3 is Jumpy by Rich Brian featuring Ski Mask.
Dude, that's so valid. Hey, what was Rich Brian's name before he became Rich Brian, dude?
I don't think I want to say that, or let's just say when I was saying Arnold's last name, it rhymes with
And you don't wanna fuck with a person like
Yeah.
me when I
Yeah.
pull up in a Maserati.
So he's fire, bro. Fire songs. Number 2 is this is such a banger. Somebody That I Used to Know by Gotti.
That's a banger.
And then number 1, personal favorite, In Between by Title Fight. And then let me get to my top artists. Number 1, Descendants. Just love it. Love Descendants. Number 2, Bad Religion. 3, Alkaline Trio. 4, Catch-22. And number 5, a jump up Silverchair over Ski Mask.
Ooh. I like some Silverchair.
I like some too.
I get behind some Silverchair.
Okay.
Y'all want to hear my top artists or my top songs first?
Whatever you want.
Good.
Whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
What do you say, Tyler?
Good top artist.
My number 1 will probably come as absolutely no surprise to anybody. You guys can probably take a guess. Do you want to take a guess? It's Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
My number 2 artist, though, this is a really big riser for me recently. My number 2 artist is Sierra Farrell. You guys probably have no clue who that is.
No.
She's a country artist from Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh.
Yeah, you would probably like Sierra Farrell, Tyler. Your fiance likes Sierra Farrell. I learned that.
Oh.
My number 3 is Korn. I've been listening to some Korn recently. Number 4 is Pecos and the Rooftops. And my number 5 over the last month has been Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go to my earbuds to see for my top 5 songs to see what I've had on repeat. Because earbuds will show me how many times I've actually played it.
Yeah.
According to earbuds, my top 5 songs, and I've played this song 70 times in the last week, is Rock Song by Pecos and the Rooftops. I'm just ignoring him. Number 2 is Waste Away by Fox and Ved. Number 3 is Angry Chair by Alice in Chains, but it's it's not the actual recording, it's the unplugged one.
Okay.
Number 4 is The Suffering by Coheed and Cambria. And to round it off, my number 5 track is Blind by Korn.
Hey, very solid. Very solid. I mess with some Korn. Can't go wrong with that.
Okay, I got something else for y'all.
Korn on the cob or off the cob, guys?
Off the cob.
I'm not an actual like corn wise vegetable guy. Not really.
I'm a fan of corn on the cob. I can't lie.
If I had to eat corn, I would pick corn on the cob for sure.
I like off the cob.
I like it on the cob, man.
It's like you're eating healthy ribs.
Hey, I do have something for y'all though. What is your most played song, singular song over the last year?
Ooh,
That's a great question. I already know what the number 1 is. Check.
okay. I know what mine is.
You
We
can go
got-
first then.
Who's going
You guys
first?
Logan, you want to go first?
My number 1 song over the last year is Cabin Fever by Pecos and the Rooftops.
Mine's also a Pico song.
5 a.m.
5 a.m. 5 a.m.
My song is called 5 Lessons Learned Swinging Utters. In fact, the song was good. When I bought the album, I got it.
You know,
So,
I have an idea, and we won't do it today. But I think next week this would be more for me and Carter. Let's show off our vinyls.
oh yes. Oh man, yeah, we gotta do
Tyler
that.
can rate them as we go. Tyler can be like, I fuck with that, or I hate that.
Hey, listen, I can show off my jerseys.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it.
There you go.
But I got a lot.
But with that being
What
said, wait, not being
I
said.
was going to ask if we wanted to see top artists as well of the last year, but we don't.
Can
just
you
number
do that?
one, we don't have- Yeah, I mean, I'm on stats for Spotify, so
Oh. Well, you guys know my top artists over the last year.
is it Picos or Alice?
Alice.
Okay.
Mine is 5 Finger Death Punch.
Ooh,
Shocker.
yeah. Mine's Catch 22.
Uh,
Catch.
Give me your top 5 over the last. Let's hear your top 5 over the last year. So I'll give you mine. Mine's Alice in Chains, Jerry Cantrell, Seether, Linkin Park, and Pecos and the Rooftops.
Sweet. Okay, awesome.
Mine is Five Finger Death Punch, Luke Combs, Seether, Linkin Park, and Pecos and the Rooftops.
So we share 3 of the same 5.
Mine doesn't really change for my 4 weeks. It's Catch-22, Alkaline Trio, Nirvana, Silverchair, and Descendants.
In Utero or Nevermind?
I mean, they're both so good. I can't go wrong with you know. So good. So
Well, pals, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. As always, as what does it Troy Dan says? Keep your stick on the ice.
Sayonara.
Wear a condom.
I got a joke to end the show.
Okay.
We're going to make this a common thing. I'm going to read off a dad joke to end the show. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up alone?
Why?
Why?
Because it was too tired.
And we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.